Hey guys, it's Jessica here. So today is the end of day 1 of my 4-week pre-op diet. I honestly don't know if I feel better or worse than I was expecting to. I did pretty well in terms of like following the diet. The goals for this portion, which will last 2 weeks. Izzy, go lie down. Is that you want to have less than Izzy, go lie down. You want to have less than 800 calories per day, which I ended up at 604. So I was a little low there. And 70 grams of protein, which I ended up having 67 grams, so pretty close. Less than 15 grams of fat, and I was at exactly 15 grams, so that was pretty good. And then less than 30 grams of carbs. Now carbs I ended up with 49 grams. And honestly, that's just going to have to be good enough, because even with that many carbs, my blood sugar was dropping quite a bit throughout the day. So, 30 grams of carbohydrates or less in a day, I think is just like really too little for me being diabetic. So, that one, hopefully, Weight Loss Forever can be a little bit flexible with, because I can't be hypoglycemic all day. I mean, that, is not healthy, and it's quite dangerous. So, but the calories, or carbohydrates I should say, that I did get came from like milk and fruit and vegetables. So you know what I mean, it's all really healthy food, so I'm really not too concerned about that. So I did pretty good there. I just had my nighttime snack, which Gracie, sorry, my dogs are nutty. I just had my bedtime snack, which I don't like to eat. I know you shouldn't eat right before bed, but I had to have something because my blood sugar got pretty low. So I had some fruit and a string cheese thing that I bought, just so that way I would get some carbs and protein right before bed, so that my sugars don't drop too low in the middle of the night. So I surprisingly do not have a headache tonight. I do feel a little bit like kind of lightheaded, just sort of fuzzy, but I think that is more to do with my blood sugars than it is to do with the eating less, I guess. Although it's probably a little bit of both, but so yeah, like hopefully, if this is as bad as it's gonna be, then I think I'll be able to make it through the next 2 weeks just fine. There was a birthday at work today, and so there was a great big beautiful chocolate cake, and torture, I tell you. I had to walk by it I don't know how many times throughout the night, and I've been hungry all day, of course, because I'm eating so little. So it was like pure torture, but I didn't give in, and I won't give in. So I'm just, I'm not looking forward to the next 2 weeks at all. I'm being forced to eat vegetables against my will. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, I hate vegetables. And I had vegetables with lunch and supper. I had like carrots and snap peas, and it was just awful. I'm making myself eat the vegetables before anything else, like before my meat and stuff, just for the fact that I know if I don't eat the vegetables first and then give myself something afterwards that I kind of enjoy, like I will never get the vegetables in. So that that's gonna be the worst part, seriously, of the next 2 weeks is trying to get these damn vegetables in without having to choke them down. So sorry. So that, that's that. I'm actually really excited to get to the full fluid portion. I would much rather be eating Jello and soup all day than vegetables and very bland meat with no sauce or condiments. So wish me luck with that. I had an allergy test done today. I started having symptoms in the last 2 years all the time, just constantly being congested. My ears bother me so much. They're always inflamed and itchy. My eyes get itchy and watery. I, sneeze a bit and my throat kind of gets a bit congested. So me and my family doctor kind of assumed it was allergies. I was really worried that I was allergic to my dogs, but anyway, I had my allergy test today. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this horrible lighting, but you can see all the little dots on my arm from where they poke you. And I was not allergic to a single thing. Not dust mites, not dogs, not cats, not horses, all the numerous things, not one single thing gave a positive response, basically. And so that is great. I'm very happy I don't have any allergies. But it begs the question, why do I have the symptoms so much? So the allergy specialist kind of looked up my nose and in my ears and stuff, and he thinks, now I don't know if you can see easily, I can really see easily, but I have a crooked nose. You can maybe tell more, see, it goes off to the side, because Izzy, enough, go lie down. I assume that I broke it as a kid. Obviously, it must have broken for it to be crooked. I dropped a kid basically on my face. Head met nose. And so I never did go to the doctor or emerge or anything when it happened. And I was pretty young, probably 9 or something. And so, other than it being crooked, it's never really bothered me up until this point, so I never did really look into whether or not it did break. But he said that there's a pretty obvious chance that I broke it, and he thinks that the issue is that I have a deviated septum, which would explain a lot of my symptoms, and also why I don't breathe very well through my nose. So if that's the case, which I've been referred to a ear, nose, and throat specialist to investigate further, but if that is what it is, he suspects that most likely they will want to do I believe it's called a septoplasty, which is basically where they fix the deviated septum and get it more, in line. So that it hopefully opens up the airway and helps deal with some of the issues. So, that's kind of crappy because it's another surgery. I don't want more surgeries going into the future. I kind of want less with losing weight and all that. But I'm hoping that if that is what they end up finding and doing, that I might be able to get a nose job at the same time and get them to re-break it and straighten it out for me. I'm pretty okay with my nose, with the exception of the fact that it's crooked, and from this angle it kind of looks like there's a big hump, but from this angle it's more straight, so if I could get that even again, not necessarily a new nose but a straight nose, that would be wonderful. But I don't know if they worry so much about the cosmetic stuff, but perhaps if it's crooked, that it, plays a part in what's going on. So who knows? So that was that part, and then I also had to go and start a test called, it's a loop recorder, or a King of Hearts is I think what it's more commonly known as, which basically is a 3-week Holter monitor. My cardiologist ordered the King of Hearts for me because I had done a Holter previously and I did a stress test. And as I've mentioned, I do have sinus tachycardia and the occasional irregular heartbeat, which is PVCs and PACs, which are pretty benign. They really aren't an issue if you're not having too many of them. So I do occasionally get another type of palpitation that feels more like a flutter, and that one can be a little bit more worrisome. So he ordered the King of Hearts, hoping that if I have the Holter on for a 3-week period, that we might be more likely to catch anything more serious going on, which I really seriously doubt there will be, for the fact that even my sinus tachycardia is not an issue right now with me losing weight. Like, everything seems to have just gotten so much better. So I don't think it's actually gonna, be really even worth doing, but I mean, there's no harm, right? So basically for 3 weeks I have to wear this little guy around my neck. That's, see, the King of Hearts. And I have all of the supplies to change everything. I have to change the electrodes every day and change the batteries every 5 days and stuff like that. So it's kind of annoying because I have to sleep with it on. The only time I can take it off is when I go to shower and stuff, and then I put the electrodes back on after I'm done, and there's like an electrode there, So it'll be kind of annoying having to sleep with it and stuff. But the nice thing about the King of Hearts as opposed to the Holter is that there's only 2 electrodes, one up here and one on this side here on the ribs. Whereas the Holter monitor is like 6 electrodes, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, other than all that going on, this has turned into a really long video, so I think I should end it here. I'm taking pictures of what I'm eating while I'm on this portion of my pre-op diet, so I'm gonna like post those pictures on my blog, and I'll do a little video up at some point and post those there, just so that people who are looking into doing it kind of get an idea. I know not everybody has the same pre-op, but through Weight Loss Forever anyway, this is what the pre-op is. So for anyone that's interested, you'll be able to kind of see sort of what goes on. So anyway, so that's all. I'm gonna stop now before it goes on forever and ever. So thanks for watching if you're still here. Okay, bye.